The birthing of something new, African, Nigerian. Our vision is to become a leading and trusted television network in Africa and beyond, delivering credible news, inspiring stories, and engaging entertainment that informs, empowers, and connects communities. Sim TV, from Africa to the world.
Hello and welcome to yet another interesting moment on Sam TV. It's sensational, and when I said sensational, it means the feelings, the emotions, the adrenaline, the drama is just about to be unfold. And of course, when we open the curtains and then let you see what has been happening in the other room of relationship, you definitely will ask critical questions, especially if you're at that point in your own relationship where you need to know where exactly is this relationship headed? What is it I have done right or have done wrong that I need to correct? Where have I, missed a step, and how can I change the narrative and the perspective to be better in this relationship? Well, of course, since they made an edition of what women want, or rather, put it as a question, what do women want? Live on Sam TV. You can call me the Love Apostle. You can call me the Truth Disciple. You can call me the Love Doctor. Whatever title best suits you definitely still comes to one and the same person. And then Miss Francis Oyima. A lot of people love to call me the Faith Apostle. Yeah, true apostle, faith apostle. I mean, everything works together, right? When it comes to human relationship. Now, a little bit of scriptures. When God created man in his own image, after creating man, he brought, all the animals to the man, and he named the animals. And the Bible has made us to understand that at the end of the day, there was none fit to be the partner or the companion to the man. There wasn't, of all the animals. Which, by the way, gets me wondering why men are now having carnal knowledge of animals, dogs, cats, and snakes, and all of the kind of things that we've seen in the world today. But that's just an aside. So, in all of the creatures of God, none was fit to be the companion for man. So God made man to fall into a deep sleep, and then took out, a bone from his side, and then out of it created woman and brought it to the man. And when she was brought to the man, the Bible said, the moment the man saw the woman, he exclaimed, truly, this is, bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. Woman she is to be called. And so that completes the narrative. The primary reason why God created man and then woman was, for companionship, for to complement each other, so that man will not be alone in this world. And then that gave birth to human relationship. From the time of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, when Eve took the snake comment and then was able to eat the apple or the forbidden fruit, which resulted in the punishment of man having to suffer and woman having to endure the pain of childbirth. We have consistently grown in our relationship to bring out a lot more problems than Adam and Eve could ever conceptualize during the time of creation. And that's why, what do women want is actually here, because we want to look into the nitty gritties of human relationship. Yes, the show is titled What Do Women Want? Because, face it, I'm a man, and I know that my life is not complete without a woman. I mean, you cannot spell woman without a man. You can't spell women without men inside it. So it's a comprehensive, holistic relationship live session where you get the opportunity to share what relationship crisis or your relationship story. I have with me two amazing, personalities who will join us in the conversation. Right by my right, I have a gender advocate. Her name is Wendy. Good evening. Welcome to What Do Women Want?
Hi, Francis. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited about today's conversation.
Obviously, I'm also very, very excited because I'm sure you come with very thought-provoking questions that would make me almost want to drag your hair out.
Definitely try not to get into trouble today. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, by my left, I have Priscilla. And Priscilla is an activist, a human rights activist. You know, there's a difference. One is an advocate, one is an activist. The activists are the ones with a little bit of skois in the Nigerian parlance. The advocates, the civil moderate. So I have the two sides of the coin with me on set today. Welcome to the studio, Priscilla.
Thank you, Francis. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to have you join us. Now, let's get right to the first story of the day. And I'm going to
Okay.
read it word for word, just like, the narrator or the person sent it to us. He said, "Hello, true disciple. My name is Amaka, a 34-year-old well-to-do businesswoman. I ended my 3-year relationship with my then fiance, who is now 39 and married with a child. We met when I was just a cleaner in a bank. I shared my dream and promised to myself to be a graduate. Unlike all the men who came around who left after I revealed I wanted to go to school, he gave me his word that he will stay and support me and will get married. He told me his plan was to date for 2 years, then we can get married, and I agreed. He was running his food and event business when we met, but then COVID-19 happened, and because of that, his finances were not as stable. A year into the relationship, despite his support, I still kept other men just for money and fun, including my ex, who was a Yahoo boy. He caught me and warned me to end everything. I promised him I will, but never did. A year later, he proposed and came to see my people. They told him he had to wait until I graduated. He told them marriage would not stop me from going to school, but because I had planned this with my people, they rejected his drink, insisting he waits. That year, when I visited him and went back, he paid me a surprise visit and called me again, exchanging contact and my house address with a guy on Facebook. He left and gave me the option of either getting pregnant or leaving the relationship. Knowing he literally worships me, I chose to leave. I visited him and left his ring hidden in one of his shoes. He later found it, and after 6 months of back and forth on phone, he stopped calling or reaching out. I did not care because I knew he will be back, or so I thought. I was busy enjoying my freedom, and a year later, as I was about to graduate, I reached out and visited him. We spent 2023 vow together, and I tried to get him back. But after I left, he called to say we could never work out again because I still struggle with him during intimacy, a thing I had not done with any other man after I left him. He loved me so much. He stood by me even when his mother did not want him to marry me. Now, I am a graduate, a dream he significantly financed, running my beauty salon with the skills he paid for, but without him as the husband beside me. I recently ran into him and discovered he is in the same state with me, and his son is so cute. Each time I remember all our dreams, I feel hot and want to get him back. His wife is a girl who was just a friend when I was his woman. I feel like she snatched him from me, and I want to take everything back. That is the story.
Wow, wow,
34-year-old Amaka has
Amaka,
just,
rest.
giving us her relationship story. And she's right now watching to hear what the opinions would be. And I'm going to start with you, Wendy.
wow.
Amaka has given us a story. What is your first reaction to this story?
Okay, Amaka, first of all, I would like to ask you, how are you doing? Yes, I need to know how you're doing.
Ah,
Because woman to woman, right? I would like to say I understand where you're coming from, but then I would also understand that there would be a whole lot in the background that we are not seeing right here in what you
okay.
just wrote out. Because there's always two sides to a coin.
Yeah,
It has to be this
I
way
get that.
or that way, depending on how you're seeing something. That is how things happen. So from what you've said here, I can understand that you are someone who you're trying to, create boundaries. Number one, you're also someone who might not have, had that emotional maturity at that point you made that decision that you're not ready, but you didn't make your stance clear to the man. That clarity wasn't there. While it's not wrong for you to, decide when you are ready or not ready, it's based on persons. Personal. It's personal based. You have to know that okay, right now I am ready for marriage or not. It's not something that has to be forced. But then, were you clear about it to the guy? Did he understand that okay, you had to wait for this period of time? What exactly was your reasons, even if you were supposed to say, okay, I want to wait? What exactly was your reason? Was these reasons actually clear to this man? Because for a man to want to wait for you, he has to understand why. And if he can actually wait, he would wait for you if it's something that is doable. Because as women, what we want is we want the right thing done at the right time. But we always forget that time does not wait for anybody. That's one thing that we do not understand as women. Time does not wait for anybody. What ladies also want is a man who is a listener. Listen in the silence. I might be silent, but why am I silent? As a woman, I might expect you to understand, but you actually do not understand. That's the truth.
Okay.
I am silent, but why am I silent?
Now,
if you don't ask me, it becomes a problem.
You
Why am
want
I
the
silent?
man to read your silence and know exactly what you want.
Emotional intelligence. That's where it comes in.
Yeah.
It also takes care. It takes wanting to, be attached to this person so much to want to know, why is my woman behaving this way? What are the things happening in the background that I'm not seeing that's making her act this way? Does she really love me? Does she want me? Is she not ready? What exactly is it? But now again, the guy, they broke up, right? When they had to go separate ways at that point, and she left the ring for him and everything. Now at that point, there's this thing that comes with you are with a lady, you're with a man for a very, very long time, and then you're also seeing your future with this man. You understand that this person you want to settle with. At that point, if perhaps something just comes in and takes him out of the way at that point in time, you might find yourself in a state of instability, not knowing how to even balance it as a woman or as a human being. You might not know how to even balance again in this society. You might not even know your stance again anymore because you have formed this relationship with this person. You don't see yourself having anything to do with anybody, but for some reasons you fail to keep that particular relationship you were in, and that is why you want the man again. But for what reason exactly did you really come back? That's what I'm not clear.
Okay.
For
Now,
what reason did you come back? That is what I am not clear.
This is
This
is going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. But let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts, Priscilla.
What Priscilla has to say.
Let's hear
When
your
you were
thoughts.
reading the story, so many things were coming to my mind because it was not like this guy just came out of the blue and said, I want to marry you. This marriage thing has been there. Just like Wendy said, how did you communicate, oh, I don't want to get married now. I want to get married when I'm done with school. I feel as at that point, Amaka did not love that man to the extent of getting married to him.
Okay.
For someone at 34, right? At that time.
As at that time, for her not to...
She's now 34.
She's now 34.
So
how old was
if we
she
calculate as at 2023, she's 34 in 2026. That means she was 31 as at the time.
And prior to
She was
why
30,
they-
31 as at the
Yes,
time.
before she left, she was around 28,
29.
Yeah. So after that time, I felt Amaka did not see him as somebody that she was going to get married to because she
At
actually...
29, you don't know the kind of
Yes.
man you want
Because,
to marry.
Yeah. Some persons just date because they want to be in a relationship. They don't date.
If you don't tick the box completely for some persons, you might be like, no, this is not the person I
Yes,
want
you
to
just
settle
be in the
with.
relationship.
There must be something off.
For her not to
Yes.
have agreed as at
Okay,
that point.
now let's...
Wait, let me tell you something. If you watch, she was the one that told her parents not to accept it. that she wants with the excuse of finishing school.
What exactly was
there was
holding her back?
something
Something has
holding
to
her
hold you
back,
back.
at that time.
Okay, now let's get one thing straight, and then I'm going to put this as a question. And we're starting from the last point, the last reaction.
Okay, what was
Do
the last
you
reaction?
ladies believe that Amaka has the right to now come back to fight ownership of the man she refused to marry, who went on to marry another lady and now has a child?
Don't you think you've answered it? Who she refused to marry.
Does she have the right to come back to fight?
You
Let's
don't
start from
own
there.
him now. You don't own him. They dated and that part
This-
has passed.
That's the part I have an issue with Amaka, because I feel like I don't really have an issue though, because I would now see it as a case of you having to grow emotional intelligence. You have to understand, why exactly are you fighting for this man in the first place? You were the one who refused
To marry him.
to marry him, and now he's found love somewhere else, and you're coming back. So what exactly is the reason? That's why I keep on saying that there are two sides to this coin. While it might not make any sense to us, I feel it is no longer from a point of love but regrets.
Okay.
Or
For-
entitlement. Like,
Entitlement.
yes.
Now-
because
now-
she's feeling that
Wait.
that life that woman is living, she's supposed
yes,
to
that's
live
supposed
it.
live
be
it.
her life.
But let's get another thing straight. First off, the woman was just a friend to the fiancé while she was in the picture.
Okay.
And she made it clear that, because of the love and the kind of man the guy was, even though the lady had a crush on the guy, he never broke the boundaries. He
Okay.
never went past the boundaries.
Okay.
And she was aware.
Okay.
And that's because the guy told her everything. Now, fast forward, she feels like the lady just, accepted the title of a friendship, waiting around for her to make the mistake. And then she made the mistake and the lady stepped in. Now she wants to also wait around and create a
Maybe
scenario
lady
where the
will-
lady will never make a mistake and leave for her to now come back and
But this
reclaim
doesn't
it.
happen like that now. Like, you don't write your story and when you're reading it, you want to rewrite it. No, it doesn't happen. Just like you said, she knew that there was nothing going on between the guy and the other lady. She gave space for something to start
To
happening.
happen.
She gave that space. And if you watch the story, she said she left because she knew that if she comes back, he was still going to accept her.
So,
she had that
do you see
ideology
this
now.
as a case of taking the young man for granted, knowing that, this person literally, in her words, he literally worships her. And even when the mother said, don't marry this girl, he stood his ground and said, I am going to marry this lady. So, do you see that as a case of taking somebody's love, somebody's care, somebody's, genuineness for granted and thinking that, just because this person worships me, no matter what happened, I can always come back and pick him from wherever I left him?
And that's karma.
What
for
if
Amaka
there is
now.
a case of this girl having to have, been laying out her complaints to this guy? This is what I don't like, and this is what I like you doing. And this is also a case of the guy or the lady not being able to display out these things for the guy.
Communicate it properly.
Communication might have been the key factor here. I do not see any reason why a lady will see a Mr. Right and she will hold on. I do not see.
Now, that's the
There
big
has to be a problem.
That is the
Yeah.
big question. It
Maybe
would have
she
been a
wasn't
different
able to
case.
communicate. That could only be
Be
the
the
problem
issue
here.
there.
Well, when
So,
they,
Amaka, please, what exactly is this that this guy has
Was-
off for you that
Yeah,
you feel
that you-
is the reason why you held back?
now,
And
from
when you
from
see
the
him
story, let me take you back.
Going
Yeah,
to
I
settle
remember
in
the
life,
story,
you
she
want
said-
him back.
Wendy,
Because
let me
there
take
is
you
love
back.
there,
No,
but
no,
there's
no.
something
I
holding
couldn't-
her back.
Yeah.
Let me take
They
you ladies
actually
back
had
to the story.
forceful intimacy, something like that.
Let me take you back. Now, two issues happened why they could not come back. First, it was Amaka that left.
Okay.
Now, Amaka hinted that because when she met the guy, he was doing his business,
Okay.
which means
He was struggling.
his
obviously.
finances was okay.
Okay.
He was struggling.
He wasn't struggling.
He wasn't struggling.
Then came COVID-19. One of the businesses that was affected by the COVID-19 era were people who
Physical
were in the
businesses.
event,
Yes,
food and
yes.
other,
Yeah.
event sector was really affected. I
Yeah.
mean, we're not having events, we're not
No
gathering.
parties,
Nobody was
nothing.
doing wedding during that time.
Okay.
So these guys were the people who suffered during that time. So his business, his finances was not doing really okay, which was the reason why she said she had to keep other men at arm's length, including her Yahoo boy ex-girl boyfriend.
Was that what she said here?
Yes, she said it. And then the guy caught her
Okay.
and forgave her and then asked her to put an end to those relationships. A year later, he proposed to her. and then visited the home where the family now brought her script and played it out. The guy came back and said, look, okay, if your family is insisting, then if we have to continue this relationship, something has to happen. And that only came when he visited her he paid her a surprise visit and caught her sharing her house address in school with a man on Facebook.
Amaka.
So the man now said, okay, it was like, so I don't invest and lose out completely. You have to get pregnant if you want this relationship to stay, or you end the relationship. He did not end the relationship. He left it for her. She went to the guy, left the ring hidden in his shoes, and went back to school. He found it, and for 6 months, kept trying to get her back. And it didn't happen, only for her to come back a year later. And one of the problems they used to have, struggling during intimacy, she still did it. And the guy now asked her, did you do this with the next guy you dated after me? And she said no. So the guy said, if you didn't do with that guy, and you're coming back after 1 year, and you're still acting that with me, it means you did not love me.
Now, yeah, two things I can understand from this. Like I said earlier, a lady wants something. And what is that something you want? Which is something quite fictional and somehow crazy to a normal human being. This is wanting the right thing done at the right time.
Okay.
That is why you keep on using that word, the right man. Mr. Right. Mr. Right.
But is there really a right man?
Is
there really a right man or a right woman?
That's where the problem is. We tend to now forget that time moves past us very quickly while waiting for that Mr. Right. Now, she might have seen a figure of a man who she wants as a husband, but then something was off. She kept on holding on to him, hoping that maybe someone else might come in, because, I have this maga now. This guy loves me so much. That's it. And he wouldn't want to leave me. And she loves the guy too. But let's say 80%. I wouldn't say, Amaka, please, it's not your parent. Yes. Possibly. She loves this guy. I would say that she loves him. Because for you to stay with somebody, whether by monetary or whatever reason, you must love this person. I mean, over other persons you've kept. I mean, they didn't just date for months. It was for years, right?
Yeah.
Good enough. So, she loves this man, but she was trying to wait for Mr. Right. That is one thing. He definitely has something off.
Okay.
Now,
we are going to look.
Hold on,
hold on, Wendy. We are going to go. We have to go on a break. We have to go on a quick break. Now, when we come back from that break, you're going to continue with that train of thought. That's something that held her and had her postponing and shifting. Accepting the man's proposal is what we're going to look at. But let's take this short commercial break. When we come back, what do women want on Sam TV will continue.
Thank you.
This is SEM TV, reliable news and entertainment.
Is it time? I can't wait to see it.
Voice of the people, stories that matter.
Oh wow!
Truth in every moment, now and forever. Across every border, across every land, we form, we empower, together we stand. Sam T. From Africa to the world. Sam T.
what's on your mind today? The goal by Victor Osimhen was amazing.
The economy. Isn't that what's on everybody's mind?
I would like to see more women in positions of authority. If you heard and saw it from SEM TV, you can take it to the bank. SEM TV, your reliable source of news, information, and entertainment.
The birthing of something new, African, Nigerian. Our vision is to become a leading and trusted television network in Africa and beyond, delivering credible news, inspiring stories, and engaging entertainment that informs, empowers, and connects communities. SEM TV, from Africa to the world.
This is SEM TV, reliable news and entertainment.
Yes, of course, the show is What Do Women Want? And while we were on that short commercial break, we were having a little bit back and forth in the live studio. And, you know, somebody made a comment that there is an amaka in every woman. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that, but we're going to establish that context within the course of this conversation. In case you just joined us, the story is that of a 34-year-old who abandoned her sweetheart, despite knowing that this man literally worshipped the ground she walks on. And then, of course, eventually, you know, now she's 34, she's doing well in her business. By the way, she said the young man she left is the person who trained her in the business and also contributed significantly to her becoming a graduate, a dream she had always wanted to achieve. A dream that a lot of men who wanted her walked away from the moment she said she wanted to go back to school. And now this young man stood by her. She's now a graduate. She's doing well. But unfortunately, because she said no twice, I mean, once using her family and using the excuse that she had to finish school before, you know, graduating or before getting married, even when she and the young man at the beginning stage, at the early stage of the relationship, had agreed that, okay, we are dating for 2 years, and after 2 years we're getting married. That will not stop you going to school. And then, of course, midway down the line, he proposed, but the marriage didn't happen because, you know, she teamed up with her family to say, no, I'm not taking this. Particularly, you know, I might like to deduce at this point that maybe because, you know, COVID-19 happened and the young man's business was not doing so well and the finances was not okay, which was why she now opened herself up to other men, including her ex-Yahoo boy. And we know how Yahoo boys spend on their women. With all due respect to some of the women dating Yahoo boys, yes, but we all know how they do. And then, of course, now she sees the man living in the same city as her, married to a lady who was just a friend as a then, and now they have a son. And according to her, each time she sees and remembers and thinks about the fact that, you know, everything the young man said he was going to do, he's doing it, but just differently now. She's not the woman beside him, but another woman beside him. She feels like, you know, she wants to go back and reclaim the guy. And just before that break, Wendy was saying something, and I'd like for her to continue with that thread of thought. Wendy, what is that thing that held Amaka back that is now vanished and she wants to take, you know, ownership of the man she never even had in the first place?
Okay. First off, if you're asking me that question, it should definitely now be, you know, rearranged to what does Amaka really want? Not us women.
Well,
What the women
Amaka
really
is a
want.
woman.
No, now we are on that. You're on
What
Amaka's
happens when
contest
it,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
when it comes to understanding how human beings behave, we should understand that we are all from
Different.
different backgrounds.
Yeah.
We're all different human beings. So we act differently. Okay. So the way I would act as Wendy is different from the way Priscilla would act because we are coming from different backgrounds. We have different ambitions in life as well.
See things
Now, you
differently.
mentioned something about the fact that he was struggling that period, and then Amaka ganged up with her family members to reject the proposal or the marriage, whatever. Now, what if it comes from another angle, like she wanted to stabilize herself as a businesswoman, as a person, as a woman? Now, it doesn't always have to be that marriage is the crown.
Wait, would that not have been something she sits her man down? Because it's not
That is
like the
communication.
man.
That's what she
It's
said.
not like
There
the
was
man
no
did
talk.
not tell her, "I'm coming to your family."
Yes.
She knew he was coming. So if she, in the course of the 2 years, now had a different mindset or perspective of what
I
she wanted,
understand.
don't you think she could have had a discussion with her man without allowing him to visit the family?
Now, that is clear. And that was why I said something, right? What did I say, Priscilla? I made mention that this is just a problem based on clarity.
Yeah, no communications
Now,
there.
we are still saying the same thing because I said this is not just what do women really want. This is what does Amaka
actually
really
want.
want.
But there
she
are a lot
has
of
a
women who are
background.
in the same
I
category.
get it,
Yeah.
but those women still have different reasons for acting that way. So Amaka,
is there
in
any
this
reason,
sense,
sef?
it could be because she wanted to stabilize as a human being, as a businessman in the business world, growing herself, not just making marriage, her
Like
her
just-
crown.
yeah.
Oh, some person just go to school just to get married. But some ladies go to school to actually practice and become ambitious women, bigger women in the society.
But isn't that a betrayal of trust? Remember,
In what way?
at the beginning of the relationship,
Yes.
the young man didn't lie about anything.
Yeah,
he
said-
laid it
yeah,
out
he said
in
2
black
years.
and
That he
white.
wants to marry
What
Anna.
he
After 2
wanted,
years.
the time duration, how he was going to progress. Now, including the skill that she now has to set up himself, which means this young man was not just building an Amaka for anybody. He knew he wanted a woman who will be independent.
Okay.
So she said, honey, go train, learn how to do this, and we're building a business around this for you. You want to go to school, no problem. Honey, go to school. He supported every dream and every decision she wanted. Is that not enough grounds to now
I guess
walk
you are
with?
trying
There's
to
no
defeat what I said
communication.
there.
No.
What if it comes from this time of the guy, like she wants a perfect man? Anodogo. Let me go. Anodogo. let me go
Where
that
are
way
you
now.
going to?
No, let me go that way instead
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Let me go that every lady wants to go into, build a home that is stable.
Yeah,
The one that
that's
you don't
right.
have to go and start asking people for help. Right?
There's
What
no
if
problem with wanting
there's
that.
no problem. We
There's
are all
no
human
problem.
beings.
We all want
We
that.
should want
Yeah.
something good for ourselves. What if she just kept this man pending when she finds an odogu, the proper odogu that she wants? Which I don't know if that is the reason. Like I said, there are
But the
different
story
reasons.
did not say the guy wasn't
The
doing
story
well.
is incomplete.
Yes, it's,
Sorry,
it wasn't
it's not
because
complete.
for her to have stayed and come back again, there was something about that guy
has
that
to
she
be-
did not get from somebody else.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Now,
I said before, he ticks some boxes, but some are still left empty.
And I felt that when she went outside and saw what is outside, she now saw that what she had inside was preferable. So she wanted
She wanted
she wanted back in.
Yeah.
Now, if you're looking at, every one of us can say that the event business has boomed back.
Okay.
So definitely his finances is back.
Okay.
Now, aside from that, he's also working. So you're looking
He
at a
became
man
prosperous.
who is a graduate,
Right.
And his business that was not doing so well during the COVID is back on track. Would you say that's the reason why Amaka wants him back or wanted him back? in
I'm
the
almost
first
going to lean towards that aspect of money. That's the truth, because you came back to him. He was doing better at that point. You
And
still
she's
left
al- she's
because
also
you
doing better
still-
too.
Yes. And then you still refuse to
Let's go.
no, what made them break up at that second aspect was not money anymore.
It was not money.
It was not
now
money.
The sex aspect, right?
Yes,
Which I
intimacy.
wouldn't blame her for. She said, right, that she didn't even do it with other men that came after the
No,
man.
she did. She said she
said
did, but it was
she was not
free-will.
fighting.
They were
It's
not
like
fighting.
you are with me during intimacy. You're
Oh,
fighting.
fighting.
It's always a struggle before we
With the
we
man.
make out with
yes.
me. Now you
Where
go
is
to
another
person?
There
Cecilia.
has to be a problem. Why would I just fight you like that? It's not
That's
clear.
where the story is
What
incomplete.
exactly?
But don't you think it is confusing
There is a
at this
missing
point?
puzzle.
Yeah.
Regardless of this, she still wants this same man.
She
No,
doesn't
but
see.
she has
She
seen
don't.
a proper man.
Yeah, she
that
doesn't
she's always
want him for that dragging sex. She has
wants
seen
him
a
all
woman
to
and
himself,
seen like
to herself,
you-
I mean.
just like she said, she saw them outside. She must have seen something that must have this is what this guy promised me. This is what we're supposed to do, and she was like, oh, I need this man back. It's not because see, she wanting the man back might not be because she loves her. It must not be coming from a place of love. It might just be coming from a place of I just want to be with this person. It must not be from love. Just like she's saying that everything that she has thought about, everything that they have planned to do together
Is happening.
Is happening. But
So
not with
it's
her.
like watching your dream, the
Come
dreams that
true.
was promised to you,
Yes.
come true, but you are not part and
Not
parcel
part
of that
it, yeah.
picture.
That's where she just wants to be there.
But let's be realistic, and as we begin to wind down on this conversation, I'll start with you, Wendy. Amaka has insisted that she will do anything and everything to take back her man. And
man.
this her man on the other side is not willing. He's already married, he's already starting his family, has a child. What would be your advice to Amaka at this point?
Amaka, my name is Wendy, and I come to you as a woman. What I would tell you is, the truth here is that you've lost this man.
Yeah, you have.
That is the truth. Even if you eventually get this man back, chances that you guys will even divorce.
And another person will still take him
And
again.
someone else will still take him again. So find yourself a man. And this time around, be ready.
Know what you want.
Know what you want. Be clear about what you want. I've said this before, and I'll still say it again. What most lady wants is the right person at the right time. And that word right person, it's a whole lot. It means perfect man. But there is no perfect man. Nobody is perfect. That is the truth.
The
So
right
sometimes-
person at the right
Yes.
time.
Because sometimes we meet a good man, but then we're not ready. Yes. Most times we meet the right man, we don't even know it's the right man. But because we're not ready, this
Just
man
sweep
goes
it under
past
the
us.
carpet.
So sometimes we just also want to grow on our own and, heal from some lot of things that we have been through, or, grow ourselves, feel secure on our own. But then we tend to not see this perfect man in our very front because of what we have in our head, the illusions we have of what will happen later on, things that we feel like we want that is not complete in this man. But what I can see is a problem here with Amaka is clarity.
Yeah, from the
She
start.
hasn't laid her, what she thought, like what she thinks, just to the man, and tell the man that this is what I don't like that you're doing.
This
Because
is
I don't see
we
how you
should
come
do
back to a
it.
relationship and you keep on fighting the man based on sexual, these sexual activities aspects. You keep on fighting the man. Why are you fighting him? You knew about exactly that this was going to happen. You came back.
And then you
And
started
then because
fighting
of
from
that,
day
you guys broke up. It's just not clear. But the fact is there is that she sees this man as someone who she might likely, end up with. And it's sad that she has lost the man. But the truth is, going forward, be clear with what you really want. And that is the truth. We need to learn how to be clear.
Oh, Amaka. You should learn to communicate properly. Like, communicate your issues, your fears, your anxiety. You call him your man. You should learn to communicate properly. Tell him, this is what I do not like. This is what we should do. This is what we shouldn't do. I think that's where our problem started, because there was no, proper communication between the both of them. And going forward, Amaka, you have to heal. Try to heal. Try. If you must go for therapy or move to another state for your mindset, you have to heal. You have lost him. You have lost him. Allow somebody else to enjoy. You had him, but you threw him away. Just allow her to enjoy. Then do things that makes you happy, and then learn how to communicate when you enter into a new relationship. State your fears. State, oh, this is what I do not like. Oh, this is what I like you doing. This is what I do not even want to encounter. And then maybe she'll be okay. But thinking of going back to scatter it, I don't think, even if that man should take her back or she scatters that marriage, take my word to the bank, that relationship will not last for more than 6 months. It will not.
Well,
check it. It will
we
not.
definitely wouldn't want to see that happening. But many thanks to you, Priscilla, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
And Wendy, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Well, this has been a classical case of Rosalind and Juliet. Rosalind didn't want Romeo until, he found Juliet, and it felt like, oh, I had gold and I lost it. Now I want to get it back. Amaka, you've heard from ladies such as yourself. I'd say you missed a great opportunity because of cruise and fun in your words. And now the repercussion or karma is right here staring at your face. You can learn the lessons from here and learn to appreciate what you have, learn to communicate properly, and learn to not play games with anybody who genuinely cares about you. Relationship is not a fun place. It's a place where we should communicate intentionally and relate with each other in absolute trust, honesty, and transparency. And of course, you have to be accountable and responsible for your words, thoughts, and action. It's been wonderful having this wonderful session, and this is where we draw the curtain on what do women want. See you again, same time, same station, of course, next week. I remain your love disciple, the love apostle, and of course, the faith disciple, Francis Oyima, edit. Bye-bye.